And Graf says, okay, I lost my first set.
Well, streaks are meant to be broken, and no one deserves to win 55 straight sets on the WTA Tour. Nobody. So it's over. I'm sure she'll be wanting to start a new streak. She's going for one.
Got it, but it's wide. 15-love. This crowd is into this, and Graf doesn't enjoy this too much. She just wants to get on with it.
Well, Steffi's ready to play, but once again, Natasha needs to catch her breath first off. She's taking her time.
First set that Graf has lost in 28 matches.
Oh, that's too good. Well, the bottom line is this match is Steffi's to win or to lose. I mean, she's, you know, she's made more on forced errors than normal. Normally she has a lot, but she's got more winners, and that's not the case so far.
The other thing Natasha has to realize is that the match isn't over. I mean, she's had a great victory winning one set, but come on, she's got to try and put together 2 great sets in this match. So she's apt to have a little bit of a lull, but she's got to get her act back together. It's love, 40 love.
Yeah, the hope for her is that she doesn't just say, okay, well, I got to say, boy, that's great, I did well. Now let's get out of here, because that could and does happen. Game point. But you know what? She's playing a smart match today, and she's hitting the ball solidly and well.
And this is the way she was trying to play the very last time they played. And I mean, it worked okay, but you know, the court speed was just too quick. And you know, she said, well, it worked well for me.
Lob is too short. Graf puts it away. Graf with a 1-game-to-love lead in the second set. But Zvereva has won the first set.
Only Lipton iced tea is brisk. So crisp, so clean, so thirst quenching. That's Lipton iced tea. That's the brisk tea. Lipton tea. The brisk brings out the
Rev it up. Corvette backed by Eureka. Raw power for home or auto. 10 tools included for big jobs, tight spots, extra long cord. Corvette backed by Eureka. The Power of Gold by Eureka. Powerline and Powerline Plus. 9 big amps here, 10 amps and a hard body here. Attachments on board to clean anywhere. Traps 99% of the dirt. Powerline and Powerline Plus. Only by Eureka.
That tea looks mighty tasty. I think I'll take a sip.
Did he say sip?
Hit my hand.
Lipton Original is real brewed. For the original taste, you just have to guzzle, gulp, or chug.
What have you learned, my son?
It is not wise to sip.
Certainly. Lipton Original. This ain't no sippin' tea.
Zvereva serving, trailing 1-game-to-love. Missed the forehand again.
It's got to be so frustrating.
15-love. 15 all. Dade County now has the Marlins and the Heat and the Panthers and the Dolphins. The Marlins going into their second year, the Panthers making their debut. So the reason to move down to South, it's becoming a sports mecca this now. They've got a great golf event here and on Key Biscayne, as a matter of fact, and now the Lipton Championships. 15 all.
Second ace.
30-15.
Both times out wide.
82 miles an hour. Of course, you have to take some pace off that wide serve because you're trying to drop it short, get a lot of angle, take your opponent way out of court.
Also, the machine that reads the speed is straight down the center of the court, so when you do serve out wide, it doesn't register as fast anyway.
The other thing that Zvereva is doing so well today is mixing up her serve, not only the direction of her serve, but how often she comes in behind it. You know, she serves and stays back, she serves and comes in, and that puts a little thought in Graf's mind on the return.
Missed it.
The slice, it wasn't a great approach, but what it wasn't a lot of pace, and it was into the court, so Steffi had to move inside the baseline, and she's never been happy in that part of the court.
Second double fault, and that one was not even close.
First double fault was on a set point, her first set point, I think it was. It was a third set point.
Yeah.
She did serve a double on.
Still game point, Zvereva. Missed it, so Zvereva holds on, and it's 1 game all in the second set. She won the first 6 games to 4. Coming up next year on ABC, the professional bowlers roll in with the Long Island Open. Then ABC's Wide World of Sports follows as Christy Yamaguchi headlines the latest competition from the Durasoft Colors World Challenge of Champions, plus Olympic gold medalist Tommy Moe in World Cup downhill skiing. All today on ABC Sports. Graf serving, 1 game more.
Just hating this match right now because no ball is true. When it comes off Zvereva's racket, it's got some queer spin on it. I mean, the slice approach that won her the last game was side spin and slice and crazy, and Graf hates it.
Nothing is clean. Everything's got a different action.
Tough to get into a rhythm, isn't it?
Yeah. And she's so composed and thinking so well, which says, you know, to our minds, we up here really believe she thinks she can win this match.
And she's come in with a clear game plan.
Well, you know, obviously the telling stages will be when she does get into a position to actually win it. That's a little ways away. And hopefully she will not be able to, you know, project her mind into the future and just really stay point by point. The first set is all about the forehand on forced errors from Steffi Graf. Both players are getting in about the same amount of serves, but you know the amazing thing is Zvereva did not face a break point at all in her set, and she held serve 5 times to win the set. 15 forehand on forced errors from Graf.
30 all here. Now game point 4 here.
She'd like to hit a lot more of those, wouldn't she? She'd like to start kind of balancing out that forehand winner, forehand unforced error. She needs some more forehand winners.
They've played 13 times before, and Graf has won every one. Losing only 2 sets.
Both in tie breaks. This is the first time Zvereva won a set from Graf without going to a tie break.
And both on clay, too, which would favor Zvereva.
Missed that one, so Graf holds on. She's got a 2-game-to-1 lead. No breaks to serve in this second set yet. As a matter of fact, Zvereva has not been broken yet. We'll be back with more from the Lipton Championships after this word from our local stations.
I'm an excellent driver.
Yeah, that's good. Come on, come on. Who is this guy?
Raymond is your brother.
Winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture.
First thing is the Wapner.
Rain Man, Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
J Carpet and J Furniture want to give you money. That's right, give you money. For every $100 you spend, they'll give you $10 in J-Bucks to spend in either J Carpet or J Furniture. You can buy quality carpet at great prices and save on furniture. Or buy furniture and save on carpet, ceramic tile, wood flooring, linoleum, area rugs, paint, and wallpaper. And don't forget J Carpet and J Furniture are now open late every weeknight, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 8 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Last month we found out we had lead in our water. They said it was probably from old pipes in my house. I couldn't believe it. Water's one of those things you expect to be okay, you know. I'm just glad everything's okay now.
Culligan has drinking water systems that greatly reduce lead in water. You may not have lead in your water, but if there is a problem, call your Culligan man. He'll take care of it.
During March, have a Culligan water conditioner installed for just $20 on a rental or $100 off the purchase of any Mark Series unit. Call your Culligan man.
Born in the USA.
Hawkins cordially invites you to visit our new cavalcade of mobile homes for '94. Our even larger selection of homes includes beautiful new single and sectional mobile homes and 2 great new modular homes. Don't forget, Hawkins is the expert on all kinds of financing, including mobile home loans, construction loans, and mortgage financing with adjustable rate loans from 4 3/4%. We also have a complete construction department. There's never been a better time to buy that new mobile or modular home at Hawkins Homes, Route 15, 2 miles south of Lawrenceville, PA.
WENY TV, Elmira Corning, Ithaca.
Serving to Steffi Graf. She won the first set. She's down 2-1. Second set. Hasn't been a good day on the forehand side for Graf, and that's what has caused her problems.
Yeah, and this is really the story of the match. I mean, twice as many errors off the forehand than winners, and that's not a good match for Steffi Graf. She normally has a few more unforced errors than winners, but the forehand winner column is usually very close to the unforced error column. Just missed. That's because Steffi Graf goes for her forehand, so she's going to make a lot of unforced errors, but she also normally hits a lot of winners. So she's really not playing a very good match right now.
As we see, Donna Ring from Sydney, Australia, travels the tour. She's a silver medal ITF umpire. They have bronze, silver, and gold. So she's working her way for a gold. It takes a lot of time to get the gold. There's only 2 women umpires, and it just takes a lot of evaluations and a lot of big matches.
You sort of get the feeling that Steffi will really kind of clean up after from her first set, where she made, it was kind of sloppy, made a lot of unforced errors, and that aggravates her. And you really get the feeling she'll try to straighten up.
30-all.
Yeah.
Steffi Graf finished her match with Davenport in the second set, also making a lot of unforced errors, and you know, we really felt she'd come out here today and do the opposite. Break point here. First one against Zvereva today.
And she's having trouble with her first serve into this ad court. She's got to straighten this out and get more first serves in.
Oh, for a clean winner. You have to believe that Graf thought she's tried to go to the forehand side so many times. This time I'm going to go to the backhand, but look at it, she picked it up.
And this is a sitting duck. It's a 56 mile an hour second serve. It's 1 mile over the speed limit, but Graf would like to she thinks she can hit it for a winner, but she can't, so she's annoyed.
Another break point for Graf. Trying to remember if she has hit a forehand winner off the second serve. At the top of my head, I don't remember it, and usually you see a lot of that from her. Break point. Ooh, steers that one into the net, and Steffi Graf has the break in the second set. 3 games to 1.
That's really the first mistake that Zvereva has made for real no reason. It was a shot that she has been routinely making, certainly throughout this first set.
Well, it was a shame. It was really her best first serve of the whole game. She had a beautiful one out wide. And just
her favorite shot, too, the two-handed backhand.
And Skundhart is Steffi Graf's coach, and he's breathing a little easier now. Upper break.
Zvereva, I mean, she just has rubber bands for arms that kind of stretch out when she needs them to. And I mean, this stab volley is just, I mean, to be able to control this, first of all, how does she get there? Split steps, and she just stabs at the ball in just such good hands and such a long reach. Boy, she does that a lot.
Reminder, she's one half of the best doubles team in the world, and that helps when you get to the net.
The other half.
Gigi Fernandez.
That's right, Gigi. She and Martina won some Grand Slam titles in 1990. And after this singles final, Zvereva and Fernandez will play their semifinal of the doubles against Renee Stubbs and Lori McNeil.
I asked Zvereva the other day about that. Was it nice to have a doubles match in between, you know, your semifinal and your final? And she says, yes, it's wonderful. You know, it's kind of a distraction. I get to think about my doubles match and not think about the final. Unlike in 1988 when she reached the final, her only Grand Slam final at the French Open, she had a whole day to think about it. She said she sat around her room all day and just, you know, couldn't get the thought off of her mind. She was a nervous wreck out there.
That was the same year, in '88, that Steffi Graf won the Grand Slam. In fact, the Golden Slam, because she won a gold medal at the Olympics as well. She very nearly won the same thing in '89, except Sanchez Vicario beat her in the French Open final in that same court. But she won every other Grand Slam that year, and it has never been done before, back-to-back Grand Slams.
It's also that same year, '88, is the last time she's been able to win this title right here at the Lipton.
30-all.
That was a big opportunity for Zvereva. It was 15-30 second serve, having just lost her first service game, down 3-1 in this set. So now it's 30-all, but it would have been great to be up 15-40.
Breakpoint opportunity.
And this is kind of what you were just talking about, Cliff. I mean, 1988 were really great years for both of these two players. It certainly was Zvereva's best singles year. That was the year she achieved her number 5 ranking. It was the year that Graf achieved her Golden Grand Slam.
Second serve breakpoint. She's down a breaks, Zvereva. backhand like she has done so successfully all year for the pass.
Did everything right because she made Steffi hit a couple of big backhands on break point. Remember, this was a break point to get back even in this set with serve. This one goes up the line. Zvereva makes her hit there were two in a row that she had to hit.
Well, she's not going to go away in this second set. This is the side she likes. This two-handed backhand of hers is just so good. And here's the fun side of Zvereva. Colorful, entertaining.
She loves to dance. I mean, any player party where there's a decent band, she's, what I think, making a fool of herself, but she has a great time.
Back to deuce.
She won $100 off me one time at a disco in Stuttgart, Germany, because she went up on a single podium and danced in the middle of this crowded nightclub for 10 minutes. And I don't mean just like a conservative dance. I mean, so I lost 100, but it was worth it.
Deuce.
She has a great sense of humor.
Clip the line. Oh. Zvereva would have liked to have gotten out call on that one. It was very close, but this is game point now for Graf.
Sometimes on the hard court you can actually look and see a mark, and she didn't really question that too much. She may have seen it just clipping the line. That would have been a reasonable return.
Chances, didn't she, but was unable to convert. Graf 4-1, second set.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown. And accepted that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you'd better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone. 'Cause the times, they are a-changing. The times, they are a-changing.
What's IBM doing for customers these days? Ask Nordic Track.
We get orders 24 hours a day, so our systems have to be up all the time. IBM makes sure they are.
Ask Callaway Golf.
IBM computers helped us start growing. Now their consultants help us manage our growth.
Ask Nike.
We wanted a laptop on the leading edge of technology. IBM delivered with a ThinkPad.
You want people who really help you? Talk to us. There's never been a better time to do business with IBM.
She was one of golf's greatest friends. Now the LPGA honors her memory in their first major of the year. The Nabisco Dinah Shore begins next Saturday on ABC.
You're watching the women's singles final at the Lipton Championships. Betsy Nagelson, Pam Shriver, Cliff Drysdale watching Steffi Graf and Natalia Zvereva. It's 6-4. Zvereva won the first set. Graf is leading in the second 4-1. This is Zvereva serving. Love 15. Tonight here on ABC, Susan Lucci stars in the ABC Saturday night movie The Bride in Black, followed by an all-new episode of The Commish tonight on ABC. $15 all. I get asked this question a lot, and I know that you two get asked it more often than I do. What about Monica Seles? When is she coming back?
Well, you know, I mean, I don't think anybody really knows for sure. Obviously, the game misses her desperately. Certainly, Steffi Graf misses that rivalry, someone to continue to challenge her. You know, and despite the lack of rivalries, Steffi Graf, you know, her game continues to improve.
Besides Steffi being very healthy and very excited to play this year, I think also the reason why she's dominated the other players on the tour is because she hasn't had Monica to beat up on her the way she was beating up on her in '92 and '93. The last time Steffi lost a Grand Slam match was the last time that Monica played a Grand Slam tournament, the Australian Open in '93.
Do you think she's going to come back this year, Pam? Do you?
I hope she comes back. I think saying
Nobody
anything
knows.
more is exactly, it's so speculative.
I think it's pretty safe to say that we miss her, the game misses her, the sport of, you know, certainly the sport desperately misses her because, you know, she had such a different style. I mean, nobody could hit as hard as she could, as accurately in the game. And when Seles and Graf played each other, I mean, that was some of the most exciting tennis you could see.
One of the great matches of all time was a 7-6 in the third semifinals U.S. Open, Capriati-Seles.
Wasn't that a great one that was? Break point here for Graf. For a second break in the second set, she's leading 4-1. So the answer to the question is really nobody knows when Monica Seles is going to come back. What's this?
We're going to see here the two-hander up the line. That's really Zvereva's favorite, but there's no way, even if you pick it, you're not going to get that one. It's really an up-the-line angle, which I've never seen before.
She could achieve that because she keeps her hands so close to her body, and she gets such great speed with the hands. From both players, and Natasha did a great job to make that stab volley, reflex volley. This is the one here. What a sitting duck, and this is what she does so well. I mean, that's why she's such a great doubles player. A good move from Steffi to come in. She hits a lob, she follows it in. That's a serve and volleyer's instinct.
But the lob was the play because Steffi's looking into the sun up that far end. I don't know why Natasha chose to drive that ball.
Break point for Graf again the other night. Betsy was talking to Zvereva and said Natalia, and she said, you can call me Natasha. So just for your information, Natasha is the name that she likes and the name that her friends on tour call her. Break point. Second of this game for Graf.
There it is again, and she slowed the tempo down. She's had game points both in the previous game, service game, as Steffi Graf's. Here's that wonderful backhand. Can't really tell, you can't read it. When you're her opponent, you have no idea which way it's going. But now Steffi's taking her time, tailing off.
a forehand from Graf that she's really improved too. 9 out of 10 of those forehands that she runs around, she'd take inside out. Now she's starting to take many more, down this line, more cross court. So now the opponent's got to worry about that one as well as the one out wide. Break point.
They have both broken once, or 4 chances in Graf's case and 3 in Zvereva's. Missed that one, so there is the second breaker serve for Steffi Graf. She leads 5 games to 1 and will serve for the set. Steffi Graf, how about whether she misses Celis and Capriati?
Sure, I also want to be pushed a little bit further than I have maybe in the beginning of the year, but I think eventually it will happen, but maybe I'm missing a little bit of it, yeah.
Do you miss Monica?
I miss Monica, I miss Jennifer. I think there are a few players there that could push me even a little bit further to get better. And yeah, I miss that.
You two have been saying the tennis world misses them both.
Yeah, and these things go in cycles. I mean, obviously it's an extreme circumstance that we don't have Monica competing on the tour, but in a couple of years, this whole thing could change and there'll be a couple of more tough players. Just like the way in American tennis on the men's side a couple of years ago, everyone was saying there's nobody, and now look.
Suddenly just, 3 of the 4 semi-finalists here were all from the USA. Very nearly 4 of 4. Agassi, Courier, and of course Sampras, and it could have been Jim Grab, except Pat Rafter from Australia snuck his nose in there. Take a look at those unforced errors. Graf in the first set had so many. Now she's cut them way down.
Yeah, she's really cleaned up her act in this second set.
30 all.
Pam, you make a really good point. I mean, Monica Seles was just, a phenom on the circuit. Her achievements were incredible. In 3 short years, she wins 8 Grand Slams. But yes, in time there's gonna be more great players that come along.
I also happen to think that you're seeing one of the great women players of all time. I mean, Steffi Graf is not just your average #1 player even. I think she is exceptional.
Set point for her. Double fault. It would be remiss of me not to ask you if you think that after Capriati graduates, will she be back this year?
Again, trying to speculate. I hope so, but who knows? She's struggling with a few things.
Question mark there too, then. Deuce.
That was Graf's. I'm sorry, Pam. That was Graf's only double fault, and she happened to serve a double fault just like Zvereva did on a set point. Set number 2. Set point number 2.
Deuce again.
Well, this set at 5-1, I mean, the crowd's kind of been taken out of the action a bit, and it seems like a real runaway. But remember the 3-1 game after Graf broke. Zvereva had break points to get back, and then she had game points at 4-1. So the set's really been closer than 5-1.
This great stadium can accommodate 14,000 people. 7,500 seats are permanent, 6,500 are temporary. It is jammed.
Smart shot there. I think Natalia was looking for the slice to go cross court.
Third set point for Graf. That is it. Graf has won the second set easily, 6-1. Third set as we continue our live coverage of the Lipton after this.
The future is ready for Rado. And you?
Something missing from dinner? This'll help. Lipton Golden Sauté Rice. Buttery rice, golden vermicelli, zesty herbs and seasonings. A sautéed taste that's absolutely delicious. Golden Sauté Rice. You gotta try it.
That tea looks mighty tasty. I think I'll take a sip.
Did he say sip?
Hit my hand.
Lipton Original is real brewed. For the original taste, you just have to guzzle, gulp, or chug.
What have you learned, my son?
It is not wise to sip.
Certainly. Lipton Original. This ain't no sippin' tea.
Something missing from dinner? This'll help. New Lipton Golden Sauté Pasta. Delicate pasta, zesty herbs and seasonings. A yummy sauté taste you'll love. New Golden Sauté Pasta. You gotta try it.
The Lipton Tennis Championships, brought to you by Norwegian Cruise Line, now features Alaska and Bermuda cruises. It's different out here. And by naturally brewed Lipton Original Iced Tea. This ain't no sippin' tea.
This great stadium here at the Lipton Championships has done this championship proud. Make no mistake about it. The Grand Slams are one thing, but the Lipton Championships is the next best thing to the Grand Slams. Here, Steffi Graf and Natalia Zvereva are battling it out here in the third set. First game, 1-1. It's the women's singles final.
And Natasha's lost 5 straight games. It was 1-1. She held her opening service game of the second set, and Graf's gone on a real run. And this game is huge if she's going to get back in this match. She's got to hold serve the opening game of the third.
The games were close. I mean, she was in them. She was competitive. But, you know, a few more errors crept in. And the big points, the important points, she wasn't able to win like she was in the first set.
Missed it. 15-30.
And also you get the feeling that Graf has really settled down. I mean, she's, you know, cut way down on the unforced errors now. She's saying, okay, I'm going to stay in this thing. I'm not going to make errors. And Pam, as you mentioned, I mean, it is hot today. And Zvereva could be feeling the heat. Heinz Gunther, who's been so, you know, helpful to the Graf game. In fact, she gives him all the credit for the variety in her game, for the improvement, for some of the things she's never done before, just showing her new strategies, drop shots coming in.
This is the start of his third full year as the coach of Steffi Graf, and as you mentioned, Betsy, bringing in some new dimensions. Pavel Slazel was unable to get her to attack second serves or to come to net, and while it's not a major part of her game now, she is more comfortable.
Great points for Graf.
A little trouble in this opening service games for Zvereva.
Oh, late call. Players hate late calls. You think the point's alive and you're ready to hit that first volley, and then you hear fault.
It's like even Steffi Graf hated that one. Second serve break point. Graf leads 1-0 in the third now.
Rado, scratch-proof Swiss watches of lasting value. A joy to look at, a joy to wear. Rado, Switzerland, a different world.
I know Sally's secret for great meatloaf. Lipton Recipe Secret's new Italian herb with tomato. A tangy blend of herbs and tomato. Did you tell anyone? Just a friend or two.
Lipton Recipe Secret Soup Mix, the secret worth passing around.
I don't get mad very often. For some reason, I don't really have that inside of me. I try to win. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I don't need to use any methods of intimidation or anything like that to do it. I just try to play my game. It's funny when people say that I'm smiley and nice, and then I go out and I play against them and I smear them. I like that.
Something missing from dinner? This'll help. New Lipton Golden Sauté Pasta. Delicate pasta, zesty herbs and seasonings. A yummy sauté taste you'll love. New Golden Sauté Pasta. You gotta try it.
Graf serving, second game, third set. She leads 1-0. Pam, you were saying at the break just how tough it is to stay with Steffi Graf and to run all of her shots down.
Well,
physically.
Exactly. I mean, it's a very violent effort as an opponent of Steffi Graf's that you have to put forth, and you have to do it in order to win a match. Obviously, you have to play 2 great sets. Zvereva played 1, and so far she's having trouble getting into any winning position. Steffi doesn't leave you alone on the court. You're always having to move, and move quickly to get to her balls. But what Zvereva has to do is she has to gamble some. I mean, on some of these serves, that was a 74-mile-an-hour second serve, and she just really got the ball in play. Betsy, she's got to gamble right now.
Yeah, she's got to really keep attacking. I mean, that's what she was doing in the first set. She was very aggressive. She was really going for shots early on, trying to be aggressive. No, but the thing is, she was willing to stay in points. I mean, when Graf had to hit, take a swing at the ball 3 times or more, Zvereva was winning 27 of the, out of 50 of those points. But when Graf only had to hit 2 shots or less in a point, Graf was in total control.
Game point, Graf.
And Graf was going to serve volley on that point, which she often likes to do when she's up 40-love. I'd like to see her do it at 40-30 or 30-40 one time.
It's hard to stay in a point with Steffi Graf. I mean, let's face it. I mean, you've got to be so fast. You've got to be so fit because you have to work so hard.
2-0 Graf. It is a beautiful day for shots from the overhead blimp, and that's the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes. It's 192 feet long, if you're interested, based in Pompano Beach, Florida. And what a great day to be up there again is all I can say, because it's perfect weather for flying, swimming, or tennis. Nice. Could not have been hit more sweeter, and it's love 15.
Zvereva did a great job in that point to stay in it with this overhead that's coming up now. Steffi Graf hits a topspin backhand lob, which you very seldom see. Zvereva just barely gets to it, but the line's open. And she's a little bit tired about this time, having lost 7 games in a row. So when you're tired like this, you want short points. You want to serve volley some more. You want to take the gamble and come to net as much as possible.
It is a sensational stadium that houses the USTA Player Development Program. They have a tremendous workout room here. They've got a wonderful press area. The players love it because you can eat in the press in the players area and watch matches, and take a look where it's located. One of the most beautiful spots in all of the world. Key Biscayne, Florida. 15 all. In fact, it is a tennis stadium by which other tennis stadiums will be judged in the future.
All the players certainly have raved about it.
So have the press.
Yeah, I mean, the facilities are just so nice here, so spacious.
And the public. They're the most important of all. (30-15). Game point. Now, grass courts will be built in this complex. They're not done yet, but there are hard courts, there are clay courts, and of course the stadium court is a hard court, and the majority of the courts are hard. Game point for Zvereva, and she hasn't won a game in a while. But she wins that one. She's on the board in the 3rd set. We'll be back with more from the Lipton Championships after this word from our local stations.
Oscar night. Barbara Walters talks to Elton John.
Are you in love now?
Yeah, I am. Meg Ryan.
Do you think Dennis Quaid is your destiny? So far.
And Steven Spielberg.
Do you think you deserve the Academy Award?
The Barbara Walters special. Then, 1993 was one of the biggest years in box office history. Now the movies are put to the ultimate test. The Oscars, live following the Barbara Walters special Monday.
Hi, Luke Smith here at Carolina Wholesale Furniture with a little furniture shopper's news. In all my years of being in furniture business, I've never seen any of my competitors advertise that they had the highest prices with the worst furniture and the sorriest service. Most of them seem to claim that they have the best prices, the best product, and the best service. And I know somebody's stretching the truth a whole lot. So why don't you be the judge at Carolina Wholesale Furniture and find out why we're Pennsylvania's largest store with Pennsylvania's smallest prices.
Rent America, we want to be your rental purchase source. Right now, choose from our large selection of living room suites like this Benchcraft motion sofa that works like a recliner for only $19.95 a week. Rent the complete room package and receive additional savings. Also, enjoy our newest item, this Betty Crocker bread maker that cooks freshly baked bread in just a couple of hours. So come to Rent America, where you'll always get quality and selection, easy terms, and same-day delivery. Brand names, low prices, that's Rent America.
WENY TV, Elmira Corning, Ithaca.
First point of the game. Graf wins it. 15-love Graf. 2 games to 1 Graf. 1 set apiece in this final of the Lipton Championships. We're live at the Tennis Center at Crandon Park on Key Biscayne. Thirty love.
And the prize money for this event, $150,000 to the winner and 50 tour points. These are the points that get you into the year-end championship. Runner-up, $75,000. Not on equal terms of the men, which is a little bone of contention that we have, but soon to be corrected in the future, we think.
Game point, Graf. Graf holds on, and it's 3 games to 1. Sorry, Betsy.
And this is also what they're playing for. Some nice hardware. Isn't it beautiful? An entirely different third set scenario. Graf has certainly picked her game up, and Zvereva is certainly tired. She's had to work awfully hard to get to this position. They've been out here just over an hour and a half. It's a very hot day, very humid. She's had to work very hard to, not only to win the first set, but even the second set, even though the score was very one-sided, it was still fairly competitive. She was in there with some chances.
Martina Navratilova 3 times actually won 3 tournaments in 3 consecutive weeks. Nobody's done it since then. Steffi Graf is trying to do that today, and she leads 3 games to 1 in the third set. It was she that ushered out the era of Evert Navratilova. And then Gabriela Sabatini took the scene, and it looked like it was going to be Graf and Sabatini, but Sabatini never really challenged her. Then along came Monica Seles, and it was a whole different story. I think Steffi Graf would just as soon not have seen Monica Seles, and then she was stabbed in the spring of last year and has not played since then. And Graf has dominated since that time. Love 30.
Steffi Graf's played 142 3-set matches in her life, having lost only 35 of those. She's lost 82 matches total in her lifetime. Won only 683.
It's some scary and impressive numbers Steffi Graf has got under her belt. I mean, she's only lost to 13 players since 1985. 39 matches only she's lost.
Break points for Graf. Who has the best chance of challenging Steffi Graf on the women's tour if Seles does not come back? Kamiko Date, has she got a chance? How about Lindsay Davenport?
Well, Date doesn't have a big enough shot. Davenport, though, she's got the power. She can, if she gets in a little better shape and learns to play the big points just a tad better, she's improving every month on the tour.
Just 17 years old, semi-finalist here. Break point Graf. There's a second break for Graf. She has really dominated this match since the beginning of the second set. It's 4 games to 1.
Only Lipton iced tea is brisk. So crisp, so clean, so thirst quenching. That's Lipton iced tea. That's the brisk tea. Lipton tea, the brisk brings out the
That tea looks mighty tasty. I think I'll take a sip.
Did he say sip?
Hit my hand.
Lipton Original is real brewed. For the original taste, you just have to guzzle, gulp, or chug.
What have you learned, my son?
It is not wise to sip.
Certainly. Lipton Original. This ain't no sippin' tea. Only Lipton iced tea is brisk. So crisp, so clean, so thirst quenching. That's Lipton iced tea. That's the brisk tea in 5 delicious fruit flavors. Lipton tea. The brisk brings out the
Christy Yamaguchi headlines the field at the Durasoft Colors World Challenge of Champions. Plus Olympic champ Tommy Moe soars again today on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
All in this game, 4 games to 1. Graf leads. Crowd are whistling because they don't like a call in that last point, but that's not going to help Natalia Zvereva any.
And there's Donna Ring, the chair umpire, but the point, if it had been called long, it would have given Zvereva love 30 and at least a little window to break and possibly get back in the match. She needed to be doing a little earlier is take some of those second serves and put a little pressure. She's got the big shots to do this. Her forehand can be a very big weapon, and we haven't seen it in almost 2 sets.
15-30.
When you get a little tired on the court and you're facing Steffi Graf and the serve comes down firmly, sometimes it is hard to control it. I look at that last floaty return and I just feel like her whole body is just tired.
Made the point. It takes a lot out of you to play against Graf.
Zvereva has got a break point here. I like her backhand down the line. Also, that two-hander that she hits flat down the line, Pam. And I'm talking about Zvereva now.
And it's perfect against Steffi because Steffi's always looking that people are going to go to her backhand all the time. So she often hops over to her left. And now it's a break point. Her first break point of this third set.
And there it is.
They're down to the forehand. Except it was a forehand that Zvereva hit, but that's exactly right, Cliff. It was Graf would have hit the serve and would have been looking for a backhand.
So Zvereva has not given up yet. 4 games to 2. Graf leads now. Watch this again.
And see if you can see Steffi after the serve. See if she doesn't look up. See how her weight is really leaning to her left. And she also stands a fair bit over when she serves into that ad court.
ABC Sports begins coverage of golf's first major of the year, the LPGA's best, gathered in Palm Springs to honor a special friend from California's the Nabisco Dinosaur. Next Saturday here on ABC Sports.
Well, and after almost 2 sets of taking a little easy, the crowd's suddenly gotten back into this match. It's 15-love. Zvereva, if she holds serve, she's back in the set.
Balled long. Graf doesn't like that call. We'll not get any overrule from Diana Ring in the chair, and it's 30-love. Got it.
It was a good gamble to take to try and slice that out wide, and very few players can reach this far wide. Look at this extension and how she whips her racket face around. I mean, if her racket face had kept going, it would have hit her in the face. It's probably the best way for the little equality on the tours if Graf starts beating up on herself. We don't want that to happen, though.
15 p.m. women's tennis has lost enough players to lose Steffi Graf as well, with Monica Seles out and Capriati finishing up at school. Neither one of them indicating for sure when they're coming back.
And of course, we have one more season of singles from one of the greats of all time, Martina Navratilova.
Called a fault. Crowd did not realize it. He has a second serve.
Well, the scoreboard's already registered 4-3.
No! Out of the corner of her eye, she could see as she was making the swing into that Steffi Graf had decided to make the move to cover the forehand cross court, which is exactly what she did. So take a look at this right here now. You have a look at her. Now watch this. She sees out of the corner of her eye that Graf has already started to make her move, and that's why she pulled that ball down. Didn't concentrate.
The net cord may have messed up Zvereva's volley there. So we go from having game points for 4-3 to back to deuce.
For Zvereva.
It's always a dilemma now whether or not to go for the big serve and risk missing it, or just play a safe first serve and not have to hit a second. Natasha did a great job to stay in that point. She hit the forehand coming up right now very hard, actually, from the run. She really hit that, but Steffi takes it off. Really, she hits it so late. It's unbelievable that she can really control that as well as she does.
Kind of shot that she hits. If she hits it, you got to say, well played. Not much you can do about that. It was almost a half volley from the baseline that she hit for a clean winner. Deuce.
Well, now it's a game point for Graf to take a 5-2 lead, and she's had this window of opportunity to get back into this match. She did a great job after losing so many games in a row to get 3 points to 4-3, and now it's going the other way.
Break point, Graf. Just a little too soon, and Graf holds on. She has a 5-2 lead now in the third set. She's very much in control. This is the final of the Lipton.
How can IBM help you these days? Ask Santa Fe Railway.
Our growth is built on meeting customer expectations. IBM helped re-engineer our systems to make it happen.
Ask Dixon Ticonderoga.
For disaster recovery services, you need to pick someone you can count on. IBM was the obvious choice.
Ask Nintendo.
IBM helped automate our warehouse. We just shipped 1 million new games in one weekend, our most successful launch ever.
You want fast results? Talk to us. There's never been a better time to do business with IBM.
I have to think that when someone watches me play tennis, they say, well, here's a real intense, possibly angry young man. I am intense, but once I get away, then I open up a little bit more.
I will discover a color.
I will be naked more.
I will be amphibious.
Find work as a fish.
Dance. Count waves.
Wear white cotton clothing.
See something beautiful.
I will memorize clouds.
Dominus.
Eat a mango.
I will put first things
I will
last.
build a castle on the ocean floor.
I will
it's different out here. Norwegian Cruise Line.
1, it's my job to set the tone for this company. 2, to me that means being direct, being truthful. We call that straight talk. 3, straight talk means being on the phone when there's news, good or bad. 4, I'm straight with people and I expect the same, from our brokers to my kids. 5, time is money. Thank you for your time.
You're watching the Lipton Championships. Graf and Zvereva 5-2. Graf leads it. This is Graf serving for the match. It's 15-love Graf, now 30-love Graf.
And that approach shot's not carrying the same weight or location that it did in the first set when that play was so useful. You got to try and get deep into that backhand corner.
2 points from the match for Graf now. Match points for Steffi Graf.
About to win her 28th straight match of this year. 32 if you go back to the Virginia Sons Championships, the last event of '93. Served and volleyed. It was 40-love. I got to remember that.
Still set and match point and championship point for Graf. Steffi Graf is the winner of the Lipton for this year. Natalia Zvereva gave her a very, very good fight in the first set, especially, and after that, Pam Shriver, it was all Steffi Graf.
It was a combination of maybe not quite good enough conditioning. You've got to be so strong to stay with Steffi Graf to win the match, but maybe a little bit of a barrier down. The rest of the players have seen her come close to losing sets. Now she lost this one. Maybe she'll lose some matches in the future.
Graf is the winner. She has won this match in 3 sets. That is 28 straight matches. It is 32 straight matches if you count